We're now into the 20th month of this recession, and it's global. Never have the world economies been so dependent on each other. In our series, Financial Family Tree, we followed the ripple effects of this recession from Florida to the West Coast, across the Pacific and back to the U.S., then down to the Caribbean, where we pick up the story tonight. Here's Seth Doane.
They spike their cakes with rum, but cannot find a way to spike sales.
We used to bake 15,000 rum cakes a week, and now we're down to 10,000 a week.
That's quite a drop.
Yes, it is.
On a good year, Tortuga Rum Company on the island of Grand Cayman took in $20 to $25 million. This year, profits are down, and owners Monique Hamady Simmons and her husband Marcus have had to lay off 40 people. That means they're spending more of their own time at work and less with the family, something not overlooked by their kids.
She says, "I'm coming home late. You guys go to bed."
You hear that from your mom now, more than you used to?
The cakes are Cayman's biggest export, but on-island sales are important and dwindling too. The gift shop at Dolphin Discovery carries the cakes, but had to cut back their order from 30 cases a month to just 20.
So people need to choose between, sometimes between a photo with the dolphins or a rum cake. So
your rum cake sales are down a bit.
like 20%.
The numbers for the main attraction have taken an even bigger dive. It costs $100 to swim with the dolphins, and revenue is close to $100,000 per month less than what they'd planned.
It is a luxury. It is not for everyone.
Luxuries at Dolphin Discovery are out. The pool is cleaned by hand. Last month, they had to close one day a week to cut overtime. Carlos Moreno, the GM, made cuts in his own life too. Personal dive classes are on hold. And that means a dip in dive bookings for folks like Nick Buckley. His business, Deep Blue Divers, is down at least $16,000 a month. On this day, a last-minute cancellation.
People not coming.
Because of the expense, kept this boat empty.
We've got 2 or 3 boats over here, which usually would have people on heading out to the wall. Well, young lady, how are you?
Hi.
Looking good?
Nick says he can still afford to be friendly, even if back at the shop, he cannot afford as much merchandise. He used to place clothing orders each quarter of $3,000. The last one was just $300.
We're trying to condense it to the best-selling sizes, medium, large.
It sounds like you're having to be more flexible, and then the next supplier is having to be more flexible too.
Right.
That supplier is Spencer Antle of West Palm Beach, Florida. With Nick's orders down, Spencer's sales take a hit.
Nick can't afford to keep the stock that he used to, but we'll do whatever it takes to help him.
Spencer's $3 million island company has doubled in value every year since he started 6 years ago. This year, growth's been flat.
So there's a definite downturn, but there's there's an upside to it too.
With wholesale clothing piling up in his warehouse, Spencer saw an opportunity to move some of his product by opening his own retail stores.
To put your head in the sand and just wait and hope to God nothing happens to you is not the right way to go.
For now, Spencer's banking on the sand, opening a shop on Nantucket, hoping the wealthy island will offer shelter in an economic storm. Seth Doane, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
And next week, we'll continue the story on Nantucket, where an electrician is going through a kind of financial shock. And if you'd like to see more on this series, including segments you may have missed, you can go to cbsnews.com.